and welcome to my channel and to my kitchen. I'm Cynthia D, and today's video is an introduction on how I became a vegetarian, now vegan. Now my channel is going to include plant-based meals to include breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, holiday meals, weekly meal prepping, and I'll even share videos of what I eat in a day. I'll also share with you my daily fitness health to include my morning and evening skincare routine. I'll even take you along on some shopping trips with me to my local farmers market, the grocery stores that I frequently visit, and also some fun shops in the area. Now let me say this, my channel is not just for vegans and vegetarians. So my meat lovers out there, when you want a meatless meal, stay tuned in. I've got you covered. Now let's go back and talk about how my journey started. My journey from being a vegetarian to a vegan. That journey for me started back in 2016. May of 2016 to be exact. But I'm going to take you back 7 months prior to May of 2016. That 7 month taking you back to is going to be October of 2015. October 7th of 2015, my life changed forever. I lost one of my sons tragically. On that day, a part of me died. On that day, I slipped into a deep depression. On that day, I tuned everybody out. I shut everybody out. On that day, I started taking prescribed medications that basically got me through the day. My anxiety was at a point of no return. I spent probably 90% of my time sleeping. I didn't want life to go on as I knew it prior to that. So now I'm going to fast forward a little bit to May of 2016. In May of 2016, something happened to me. Something happened that made me wake up, start living again. I can't tell you the exact day because I don't remember the exact day, but I can tell you what happened as though it was yesterday. I was having a dream, or at least what I thought was a dream. I was having this dream around 3 a.m. in the morning. This dream was about my son. Until then, until this day, I never had a dream about my son. I only experienced closing my eyes and seeing visions of my son suffering. Prior to this dream, I only would see me laying on my back and envisioning my son suffering. But on this day in May of 2016, my son came to me in a dream that was so real that I actually woke up looking for my son. In this dream, I was sitting on a sofa. In this dream, my son was standing at the front door. And I got up and I opened the door. And in this dream, my son walked in and he hugged me and he held on to me. And it felt so real that I got up, going around the house looking for my son. When I realized it was a dream, I tried to lay back down and try to catch back up to where the dream had ended, of him hugging me and not letting go. But what I realized is that that moment, I had peace. Peace came over me. And for those of you who believe, this is a testimony. Peace came over me. My son came to me to let me know that he was okay. And that he wouldn't want me to continue living the way I was living. giving up on life, giving up on myself, excluding people out of my life, not eating the things that I should be eating, or should I say eating and just sleeping and putting on weight. At that point, I knew that my son wanted me to continue living so that I could be there for my other children, so that I could be there for my grandkids, so I could be there for my mother, my sister, my other family and friends who not only cared about me, but who I also cared about, but was not showing that I cared about them over these past 7 months. So I made a conscious decision that day that I was going to start living again, that I was going to get back on my healthy routine of eating right. Well, not only did I get back on my healthy routine of eating right, I decided to cut red meats out of my diet. I cut the red meats out of my diet. And this went on for about maybe 3 or 4 months of not eating red meats. And it felt good. Now, I've cut out the red meats out of my life, but I've also started back working out. I've also started back boot camp, going to the Y, doing Zumba classes, everything and anything to keep physical fit and to get back into shape and to shed those pounds that I put on in those 7 months. So after about 3.5 months, I decided, okay, red meats, I'm not missing the red meat. So I think now I'm going to become a pescatarian. I have a daughter who's a pescatarian. She's been a pescatarian since the age of 14. She's now 23 now. So I said, well, I could probably just do seafood. You know, I like shrimp, I like fish, I like scallops, I like lobster, I like all the different types of seafood. So I figured, okay, I'll just do seafood, incorporate seafood. No chicken, just seafood. So here's my pescatarian lifestyle. That's working out great because I'm a seafood eater anyway. So now it becomes the Lent season. We're in 2017 and it becomes Lent season. So for Lent, I decide I'm going to give up meat altogether. I give up meat altogether for Lent. This is working out great. I'm not missing the seafood. I'm still eating healthy. I'm still eating all the things that I was eating, just no meat at all. A lot of vegetables, a lot of protein, a lot of beans and fruits and all of those things that I was doing, just no meat. Doing my green smoothies in the morning. The Lent season is over. Still no meat. A week or so after Lent was over and I had no meat, I participated in a 10K in Charleston, South Carolina. That weekend, I had seafood both Saturday and Sunday. That is the only time in this journey that I went outside of eating meat. I've not strayed since. I've been on this path of being a vegetarian since 2017. And now I've transitioned over to vegan. The only thing that was actually keeping me from being a vegan was dairy products. It was the cheese and the eggs. Just cheese and eggs. That's it. Now I've rid of the cheese and eggs, and I'm very cautious now of looking at the ingredients on the back of things to make sure it does not contain the eggs and or cheese. Now, when I would go out to, let's say, a Subway and I would order the Veggie Delight, I always had cheese put on it because I love cheese. So now, if I go to Subway and I order the Veggie Delight, I don't get cheese put on it. I have my bread toasted. I don't get mayo put on it. I get mustard put on it. So it's an easy transition for me to change over completely to 100% plant-based. And I also think my channel is gonna help me stay on that track as well because it's holding me accountable. You know, the vegan vegetarian lifestyle is not for everyone. That's a decision that you have to decide that you want to do. It's not for everyone. I would never say to you or say to anyone, hey, why don't you try the vegan lifestyle? Why don't you try the vegetarian lifestyle? Because I wouldn't want anyone to do that to me. It's something that you have to decide. I'm here to encourage you. If you ask me any questions, I can answer those questions for you of what I did, how I did it. You know, what did I substitute for the chicken? What did I substitute if I want seafood? Those type of questions I can answer for you, but I will never say, go vegan, go vegetarian. That's a conscious decision that you would have to make yourself. I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to show you some fun, easy, quick meals on those days that you may just want a meatless meal. And for the ones that are vegan and vegetarians, some meals that I hope that you'll enjoy to eat just like myself have enjoyed. And some of my family members do eat some of my meals. As an example, I bought some vegan cookies and my son loved cookies. He took a couple of the cookies out, and as he was walking away, he didn't think I saw him take the cookies, and I said, you know, those are vegan. So it's not a big difference, but I am huge on taste. And for me to go vegetarian and vegan, things have to be seasoned for me. And that's a whole nother video that I'll do on the different seasonings that I use. I just started here recently dehydrating onions and garlic to make my own onion and garlic powder. And I'll do a video on that just to kind of show you how I go about doing that to get some fresh spices. But for me to have a vegan and vegetarian lifestyle, things have to taste great for me. So guys, that's my journey on becoming a vegetarian and then transitioning over to a vegan now. That's my journey. That's how it started. That's how I got to where I am today, taking my life back. So I want to thank you for tuning in. But hey, just remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And I'll see you next time on collards, kale, and me cooking with Cynthia D. Be blessed.